Hello and welcome to it will be the 14th episode of my Genoa playthrough. We are making gains. Savoy, that's fine. Yes, we are making gains. We have just taken Modena, and we'll make it a core, because why the hell not? And that will reduce, hopefully, the Modena nationalists' revolt risk. I am going to also use harsh treatment, because I don't want them to revolt while I'm sort of coring them. We'll boost stability. We have the administrative monarch points. We have lots and lots of those. So next, really, we want to take over, not Mantua, because we're allied with them. I think at the moment you're allied with them. But we want to take over Ferrara. But they're allied with Castile, so that's... didn't really notice that before. We could take over Tuscany. They are allied with France, and they're also allied with us, so that would be very silly. Take over Urbino, although we couldn't get a fabricated claim on them because we don't border them with a province. What we might do, though, is with a sea zone like this. So, say Sardinia, I'll show you. I could fabricate a claim on these guys because Sardinia borders Napoli with this Tyrrhenian Sea, sea zone. That's quite useful for us because we border Milan mostly and some tiny countries which are also our friends, which isn't great. Sicily is quite big, and they're also allied with Milan, so I'm not sure about taking them on yet. We could attack the Papal State, and I think that's what we're going to do, because they are only allied with Accia, Genoa, which is me, and Mantua. So what I'm going to do, they have Papal Revolutionaries, so I'm not quite sure what that'll do. Maybe, I don't know, will that turn the Papal State into a republic or something similar? No, I'm not sure. Well, we could support the rebels, or we could fabricate a claim on Roma or Romagna, and I think we'll do it on Romagna. I guess then we can fabricate another claim on Urbino next go. Right, we'll let that run out. We could dissolve an alliance. We could dissolve the alliance, but I'm not sure. I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to have to wait until the coalition against us, which is, you can see here, that is Milan and Savoy. We're going to wait until those guys sort of disperse and forget about us, because otherwise it'll get quite nasty. Milan is, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 sort of, I can't really count, 7 or 6 province nation, and Savoy is a 6 or 7 province nation, so that's 14 provinces against my 4 over here, really. I mean, I know we have 2 over in the Baltic Sea, which I'm still kind of worried about, if I'm honest. I'm not sure how they're going to turn out. I could see again, I can't convert them yet. It's very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. I think that was what the revolutionaries were. Oh no, they're still revolutionizing. Let me see what's going on. No, it doesn't say what their rebels are doing, unfortunately, but we'll see when. I think we'll mark. Can we do this? Can we mark the Papal State as an important nation? No, it seems we can't. I swear you could do that somehow. I'm not sure. On here, maybe? No. Okay, well, whatever. But when these guys have, enforced their demands, which they no doubt will very, very soon, because they've had Roma occupied for a while. You think it'd say there, wouldn't you? Yeah, they've had Roma occupied for a while, so it shouldn't be too much longer. Disagree an advisor. We could lose prestige and gain 25 of one of the monarch points, or we could lose our treasure. I think we'll lose prestige. I know that seems strange, but we do have a fair amount of prestige, and if we go to war with the papacy, then we will gain loads and loads and loads more, hopefully. We could unlock another defensive idea, which would then unlock reuniting the nation. Okay, we've got Casus Belli, so I'm still a target of the coalition, you see. So we'll have a look at these guys. So their aggressive expansion is -29. So maybe we wait. I don't know, 2 years, 2-3 years. I'm not quite sure. I wonder when our conquest. I wonder when it runs out. Is what I'm saying. We can I'm sure it'll be less. I think it's like 5 years or something. At the moment, we do have... See, look, we do have this Casus Belli on Tunisia, and what I was thinking... Okay, so I'll show you. They're allied with the Ottomans and the Mamelukes, right? The Mamelukes are this sort of golden... No, they're not. Wait. Okay, give me a second. The Mamelukes are... Wait, do they sort of just blend in? This is very confusing. Okay, Mamelukes. So it stops there. Okay, so they're very similar countries. And what I was thinking, if I could get a very, very large army here, and then declare war on Tunisia, and then very, very quickly move into Tunis, get my fleet to blockade the Tunisian port in the Gulf of Gabes, and then hopefully the Mamelukes and the Ottomans, who are all the way over here, won't be able to get there in time. So I could do the whole assault the castle thing, where you lose like huge amounts of men, but you really accelerate the siege. So we could do that, but I'm very, very scared, because if that happens and we don't take Tunisia quickly, or Tunis quickly, then we're just going to get absolutely steamrolled by the Ottomans and the Mamelukes, and it's not really worth it. Venice wants military access, yes. Who are they in a war with? Milan and Bavaria. So now would be a great time to declare war against Milan, although they are part of the Holy Roman Empire, so it's probably not a good idea. At some point, what I think I'll do, I think I'll join the Holy Roman Empire, and then I can sort of expand within it. Maybe once I've taken southern Italy, because we need... we can have a look. We need to form the Italian nation. We need to own Firenze, which is there. We need to own Lombardy, which is up here. So we need to take that province off Milan, whatever happens, because that's our goal, isn't it? Forming the Italian nation. But once we've taken southern Italy, which I hope we'll do at some point, then we should have enough military power to take on Milan and Savoy, and maybe some of the Holy Roman Empire quite comfortably. Well, we'll see anyway. I can upgrade my military technology, yes please. Now that means I have outdated units, so we switch these guys out for... And as an Englishman, my preference is obviously going to be longbowmen, because, you know, Agincourt and all that. So we're going to go with longbowmen. We don't have any new cavalry, that's fine. Only new infantry, well, you know, foot units. We can build stuff. So we'll build a marketplace in Annaba, and then we'll increase our trade power in the, what's it called? The Tunis trade node. Ah, that's very, very good, very, very nice. Oh shit, well, okay, that, I didn't mean to do that, but that was what I was going to do anyway. Build a marketplace in Modena, and then again increasing our trade power in the Genoa trade node. Considering we have, we have 4 provinces in the Genoa trade node, we have a trade power of 38.9, which is actually, you know, quite amazing. Because Aragon, who, you know, own all this, and I'm not quite sure why, I suppose over here it's all split between different nations, but, so Aragon is our contender, really, for the trade. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we go to war with Aragon. I don't think England will join that, because they seem so far away. Well, at least I know whenever I play as England and ally Aragon, then Aragon never helped me, because I'm too far away. I'm not sure how that'll work, though. Yeah, so they're allied with Milan and Sicily. Sicily are actually quite... They're actually quite large. I'm not quite sure how they got that big either, to be honest. I think Aragon must have helped them. Oh, call to arms, so call to arms. The nation of Hungary, which is over that massive nation, jeez. That's got big quite quickly. Your faithful ally is requesting that you come to their aid against Wallachia and Bosnia. This is a war that they have started. Right. So Wallachia is that small place. Now I think this would be a very, very good time to take some provinces over here. So we're going to accept. We're going to just pause. We're going to strategize a bit. I think that if we take a Bosnian province, that will get us a foothold, right? A foothold in the Ragusa trade node. We don't want to take Donji Kraji, because that gives us power in the Venetian trade node, and to be honest, Venice just is absolute. It holds absolute power in the Venetian trade node, which is, you know, to be expected. So, what we're going to do, we're going to either take... We can't take Bosnia, the province of Bosnia, because that is the capital. But we can take either Hum, Truvunia, or Zeta. And I'm going to try and take... Actually, it says down here. So we want to take the one with the most trade power, basically. Zeta has 1.8. It says down here, sorry, I was pointing with my finger, that was strange. 1.2, 1.2. So we want to take Zeta. Or, although Wallachia is pretty bad. Okay, so we're gonna try and go for Zeta or Zeta. I'm not quite sure. Catherine Zeta-Jones sounds about right, doesn't it? Right. Okay, we'll get our ships. We do have some transports here, only 4, mind, but hopefully our Hungarian friends will, you know, sort of, I don't really know, just sort of take out the big armies of the other nations. Although, if that's Wallachia's only army, then I shouldn't be too worried, really. Right, we're going to attach to transport, drop them off in Zeta, I guess. Might as well go for the Route 1 approach. Our Mantuan friends are not in this war, unfortunately. It's only Aquileia and Hungary. We completely outnumber them. I'm not too worried about what's going to happen, really. Our ship is coming round. Right, transport. Drop them off in. Oh, that's quite a... So, right, okay, this is what I meant. So, that Hungarian army, led by Tamas Losonci, is going to obliterate the Bosnian army, okay? It's going to happen, so we can comfortably, hopefully, take Zeta and then sue for peace. Offer a peace deal to the enemy. If I demanded a province, I think you need like, it's around 14 war score. That's like, I don't know, the average, I would say. Okay, so we now have someone in here. We can go pick up the rest of our troops, maybe. I don't see any harm in that. Yeah, there you are. The Bosnian army has been completely obliterated. We will just siege Zeta, I guess, and hope Catherine Zeta-Jones isn't there, because we wouldn't want to hurt her. As an advisor, we can choose yearly prestige. It would be quite nice, or we can choose production efficiency. I'm going to choose production efficiency because, well, okay, I've got enough money. Because that is a way to earn more money, because then you have more trade goods to sell and you earn more money anyway. We are going to have to change our Doge to maybe to a bankruptcy. Oh, sugar. Bankruptcy. Never a good thing for a merchant republic, is it? Casa San Giorgio began a banking business lending money to its shareholders. So basically they've completely screwed up, which sounds familiar, doesn't it? The bank's screwing up. We could either lose 10 Republican tradition or we could gain 3 inflation. Now, I think we gain inflation because I'm not sure how that's going to affect how everything costs. Well, we'll have a look. We'll have to change tabs for it to load, I think. So it adds an extra 3.5% onto, well, pretty much everything, actually. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so we're going to pick a diplomatic candidate. Not too worried about that. And, yeah. We'll have to do diplomatic because we're kind of lagging behind a bit. Military, I'm ahead of time, I think. Yeah, because, you know, I'm 6 years ahead of time, so that's... The next election will be in 4 years, so I can maybe change to a military candidate. Improvements in trade technology, I could gain inflation. And lots of diplomatic power, or just gain diplomatic power. We will just gain diplomatic power, I think. Not too... I could spend 40 military power, but it's not needed, really. I don't think anything's going to happen. Oh, for heaven... okay, right. Disband this unit, yes. No, aggravating. So we didn't actually have time, because Hungary was so overly powerful, in comparison to Bosnia and Wallachia anyway. It was only over that one province, there we are. Because they were so, you know, ultra powerful compared to those two nations, they completely destroyed the armies and got, you know, a good enough war score to demand peace. Which they did, and that's good for them, but it's not so good for me, really. Now, where to expand to? This is interesting. Okay, so Venice occupied Lombardia and Verona. And that was where Romeo and Juliet was set, wasn't it? I think. Interesting bit of information there. So we've improved relations with Burgundy. Was I completely forgot about Burgundy. Was I supposed to... Oh, I think that was so we could call them to war? Maybe? I'm not sure. Well, then we might as well have a war, instead of just talking about it. Who do I have Casus Belli on? The Pope? I'm a bit... well, not sceptical, but I'm a bit scared of doing that, really. I could dissolve this alliance. Okay, dissolve this alliance. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to dissolve that alliance, and then we're going to declare war against... I always find it strange that to declare war, you have to send a diplomat, rather than just sending an army with lots of pointy sticks. Well, that's very good, thank you very much. That saves us quite a bit of money. We are going to have to... oh, that's strange, what's gone on there? What? Is that a bit of a glitch? I can't see anything there. What about now? Okay, still can't see anything. Maybe we recruit regiments from here then? I'm going to build longbowmen. That's all, I'm just going to build 2. That's all I can build actually at the moment. And we are preparing for war. I can send a diplomat on the 12th. I can send a diplomat now. Declare war to take Romagna. Who's going to join me? Okay, so Hungary, Burgundy, France and Tuscany are going to join me. Maybe we go for some bigger fish then. Casus Belli, right, we have Casus Belli on Ferrara, Sicily and Tuscany. Wait, okay, I wondered why I had Casus Belli on my allies. View your own country, that'd be helpful. I could select them as my rival, because why the hell not? Yep. I should also select Milan as my rival, really, and Savoy maybe? Oh no, I think Sicily, that's a better idea. Okay, so we have Casus Belli on the Papal State and Tunisia. We have, that's the conquest, so we take provinces and we get less aggressive expansion, I think. We have the trade dispute Casus Belli on Venice, Novgorod. I'm not going to go and fight Novgorod, and the Hansa. We could go for Venice. They're not weak, but they're weakened. They're weakened. It sounded like Saturdays and Sundays. They are weakened by their war against Milan. Hungary. Okay, so everyone. Nice. It would be nice to just take Treviso, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to end it there, the episode. It's, I don't know, is it overshot a bit? I'm not quite sure. Next episode, we will go to war. I'm not quite sure who with, but we damn well will. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And it really helps out just to, get more people in. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.